Hi, everyone. We are sitting here on the 4th of July, unfortunately in Arizona instead of at Coney Island in New York. But we're going to be talking about the Coney Island contest. I've never used StreamYard before, and I'm using StreamYard today. So if anyone comes into the chat or enters the building, please post something so that I know what is happening, and I can say hi. I'm going to maybe look at my YouTube on my phone and see if it's even working. But I'll wait. I'm prompt right now. I'm 1 minute early. Good for me. Look at me being early for things. Oh, we are going live. Oh, hi, Sarah. How are you doing? I'm going to close this. I don't have to watch myself on my phone now. All right. Welcome. Did you watch the Nathan's contest on ESPN? That's the big question of the day. Also, I'm going to share an invite code to some of the eaters who competed today. See if they want to join. You didn't watch the contest? Where were you? What were you doing? What else was there to do besides watch the Nathan's hot dog eating contest on ESPN? Let's see. Oh, watching other shows. Oh, man. There's a recap. You can still watch it. Today I'm going to be eating hot dogs during this live stream to raise money for charity water. Basically, I'm donating $5 for every hot dog I eat during this live stream and welcoming others to join in donating to help people get clean water. Because normally I would do training throughout the season and be like 300 hot dogs deep waiting for the contest. So I felt bad not fundraising to charity water this year. Oh, thanks for subscribing. Hopefully we'll get some other people in and be able to hang out in chat. Let's see what's happening here. It's so weird because I'm using StreamYard. Never used it before. The software seems pretty cool, but I can't see how many people are watching. And I can only tell if people are there because there is a button that shows how many people are watching. There's 7 people. Where are the rest of you? Sarah, who's your favorite YouTuber of all time? We'll do a regular chat while we wait for people. I'm going to, meanwhile, start my very first hot dog. I'm going to eat this one normal. I'm so not used to dry hot dog buns, though. Happy 4th of July to you guys. James Charles, Jeffree Star. I'm subscribed, I'm following Jeffree Star on Twitter. That's the makeup guru, right? Oh, we got Katie Prettyman in the house. As you can tell, I don't do well with makeup, so I don't watch a lot of makeup YouTube. I probably should. Katie Prettyman in the house.
Hi.
Hi. So Katie participated in this year's Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest, the real one, not the one in my living room right now happening. And you got second or third? I don't remember the final results. Third?
Third.
Oh, awesome. So what was your final number?
I got 15, which wasn't as many as I was hoping for, but it's still my personal best. So I'll have a new number in my jersey. Except Brian.
Good job, Katie.
Hi, thanks, Brian.
That's amazing. What was the number on your jersey before? 12?
Yeah, at Coney last year I did 12 and a half. My first qualifier I did 14 and a half. So that was my personal best in the contest. So, but for Coney, this was a huge jump. For whatever reason, the actual day of contest freaks me out and I just don't do as well.
Yeah, it's the worst. I get the major jitters. I panic. I used to do that in regular sports in high school too, where if I thought about it too much, I'd freak myself out.
Right. Yeah, I left my AirPods in my room. I put them on the charger this morning. Hi, Sarah. I put them on the charger and I was like, okay, I'm ready to go. And then I realized as soon as I got in the car to go to Coney that I had left them. So then I was like, great, now I'm going to have to do it without music. And I get really, really distracted. So that freaked me out.
So in the main ESPN feed, they actually talked about the music. And Rich Shea said that he hoped for something more with more, what was his word? With more bounce, I think he said.
Yeah, the music was pretty quiet in the room, and I can't even remember what was playing, but it wasn't very high energy from what I remember.
It was more chill, ambient, it seemed like.
Yeah.
Although I don't remember what the music was like during the men's.
I don't know. I couldn't hear the men's contest. We could watch it on the screen in the room that we were in, but there was no sound. So we were just watching the visual.
How far was the green room from the actual contest stage?
Yeah, so the green room that we were in was on the second floor and the stage was on the third floor. So 2 separate levels.
So were you allowed to be in the room with the men each?
No, there were too many people in there already. We wouldn't have been able to keep a safe distance if we had been in there. I can't remember. Nick might have been in the room when we were eating, cheering Mickey on. I know Mickey was allowed up there to cheer Nick on, but
good.
The rest of us were told to stay in the green room.
I would have probably been kicked out of that area because I tend to scream really loud for the men while they compete. So I probably would have been in someone's audio and kicked out.
Yeah, I don't know what it sounded like in the room when the men were competing, but when Mickey was clearly going to beat the women's record, the whole room was cheering. So it got really loud in there anyway.
That's awesome because it sounded silent.
No, it was loud in there. At least it felt like that way to me.
So you hit a personal best, but you were not able to stop at the end, I'm guessing.
Not really. I was already eating my last bun, and so I finished that off. But yeah, we always joke about that, but I actually do think the dogs were slow today. And the guys agreed with me. They were extra chewy. I felt like there was way more chewing involved.
Weird.
They still tasted great. It just, they were hard to get down.
There was no 10-second countdown for you guys at the very end, was there?
No. Thankfully, I do better. I've been to qualifiers where they have a counter somewhere in the ballpark or whatever. Thankfully, I could see one of the screens for ESPN, and so I could see the countdown on there to see where I was at, and I could also see where Laurel was at because
oh man,
to maybe keep up with her. So that was good to be able to see that, but there's no countdown.
We have Mickey and Nick in the house.
Look who it is!
Hello.
Oh, that's better. Hey guys, congratulations!
It's not the same without you.
I know. Everyone keeps telling me that because I'm really what makes the 4th of July special. Just kidding.
Good job today, Mickey. Good job today, Nick.
It wasn't the same without you guys. Michelle pushing me.
So here is my question.
You mean
that
on
I was,
stage while you're trying to eat?
Yeah, elbowing you. We were just talking to Katie about this. How did you feel about the lack of 10-second countdown?
Yeah, I don't know if that was something that, because I immediately, actually before the contest was over, I started complaining.
I can read your lips.
I tried not to complain because we're in front of ESPN and shareholders and Dave Baer and all that. But I asked Dave Baer, who was right in front of me counting my hot dogs, And I'm like, hey, what are we at? How much do we have left? But I think he's only really in charge of counting plates, if that.
He told you the number of hot dogs you were at, didn't he?
Yeah, so he kept saying
Yeah.
47. That's when
Yeah.
Shay behind me yells, 47, we're at 47. I'm like, I'm pretty sure we're at like 10 seconds to go, which is all I really care about. So I'm kind of confused. I don't know. How did you guys know to stop?
We the same way you did. We could see on the TV that the time, and George and I guess it was Dave there were communicating back and forth. And George was just yelling 47, and we're like, "They're not going to start the countdown," because we're waiting for you to get ready to stop, and then you finished and you had nothing in your mouth at the end.
Katie said she had a screen nearby, yeah?
What's that?
Katie, how did you know when to stop?
I could see the TV screen off to the right of us, and there was a
Oh.
counter in the corner. I was keeping track of that because I could see what number Laurel was at, and that was helping me figure out where I needed to be. But
I looked at the screen for a second. I was just distracted by my hair being so short. I didn't think of looking. I didn't think of looking for a timer. Because
Yeah, there's
right,
one in
you're
the
right.
corner.
We watched the footage again. The last time I heard a time announcement was like 30 or 40 seconds, and then there was nothing after that.
So
Did you cut your hair in your sleep? Is that why you're distracted by your...
Pretty much.
Yeah, no, I tried to like get her a time or say anything. Like the police chief that loves taking pictures with everybody, he escorted me into the center. He's like, "You're not supposed to be in here, but come here." So then I yelled to her a few times, and then Addie decided to throw her weight around. She's like, "You're not supposed to be in here." I'm like, "Oh, for God, dude.
New York's
Please."
finest said I should be.
Like half of us bailed you out, so F off. But anyway, so I couldn't really do that. I couldn't see where she was at. It was like impossible to really tell. But yeah, there was no countdown, so I immediately like ran downstairs afterwards and was like, "Hey, Chestnut, just a heads up, there was no countdown from
Yeah.
George or Dave." So
Yeah, but do you really think they would ever forget it during the men's contest?
Well, Joey's like, "That's not gonna fucking happen."
Yeah, so I mean, we were kind of like the guinea pigs in that sense. Like they knew what to look out for or what to do differently. I
Right.
guess the timer thing was huge because I mean, I don't think I would have been stuck with half a hot dog if if I had had a countdown. Just
Yeah.
I think just out of habit, I would have finished something or put it down or stopped.
We got a question from Fluffhead. I'll let you guys handle it since currently I'm eating, but you guys got to hit capacity or hopefully close to capacity then.
It makes up for a long rest of the day. A very bloaty, salty. You have like Jimmy Dean sausage finger hands. Your arms feel like T-Rex arms, and you do what Katie's doing a lot, drink a lot of water.
I'm so dehydrated right now.
Yeah, you're dehydrated and bloated, so you kind of don't want to drink a lot of water. And you just hope everybody moves along quickly, basically.
It's a unique game every 4th of July.
Where are you, Katie?
You wait for the hot dogs to settle
I'm
and
in
wait
my
for
hotel
burps to
room.
come out so that you can drink more water. And then you wait to feel less full to drink more water. So it's like a day of like trying to reflush the sodium.
Yeah, it's kind of it's we don't condone the behavior. Is probably the short answer to that question.
I'm glad that the contest is only 10 minutes now instead of 12 because I think that Joey would hurt himself in 12.
Yeah, I think that's why they had to, because like 12 minutes is just kind of insane. I think some contests could be longer that we have on the circuit, but that one at 12 would just be bad news. Let's go. However, we did want to show you something. I had this idea since you couldn't be here that we got an extra shirt.
That's hilarious. I love that.
And we got like
Aww.
Pretty Minute Chestnut, and you got Badlands.
The Shays.
Aww. Thank you, guys.
That will be coming back for you. So you have a more official jersey than I almost had for this contest. So it's
Because they only had adult size shirts and not monster size shirts.
no, they ordered me a medium. And I'm like, well, that's great if I want it to be painted on, but I'd like to breathe during the contest. So they were able to find me a large that I just took and just kind of stretched out with my hands. So
I messaged Mickey saying that it's awesome that they provided you with your first ever shirt.
Yeah.
Good day for you. But as you were talking about the jerseys, I was thinking, like, at what point are you just going to get the MLE shirt jersey tattooed to you so you aren't required to wear it?
Yeah, that would be genius. You know, just like the problem would be, I'm hoping the jersey number keeps going up.
Right.
So I would have to, yeah. So that would be the issue. If I could have like just like an insert, maybe like a tank top with an insert, then that would be ideal.
Yeah, just like a see-through tank top with just a number. that you
Yeah,
wear on your
exactly.
body,
Like you could slide them in and out for when I have PRs and stuff like that. Yeah, I think Barclay would be thrilled with something like that.
Oh yeah.
You could just leave the gap and just have someone body paint it in.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, that's probably doable. If I could find body paint that lasts that's crystal light resistant. Yeah.
It is really weird to eat hot dogs slowly.
Are you dunking them still?
In Sprite.
Oh,
I'm not used to the dry bun.
this is so foul.
The only way you can eat them now.
Oh my god. How many are you going for?
I don't know. I put 30 in front of me, but there's more in the kitchen. I'm just going to donate $5 for every hot dog I eat throughout the stream. So I'm going to take it casual.
Oh man,
Nice.
I can't imagine sometimes you ever get those questions in like media
Oh, yeah.
where they're like, could you eat more if you had more time? It's like, no, it's almost easier just to get it down in 10 minutes. And you just deal with
Darren,
it.
how long were you there for? I
Hey,
saw your little face half hiding under the screen.
not too long.
Yeah,
I've only
turn your
been here for
audio
maybe
on.
like a few minutes.
Oh, sorry about that.
Really?
It might be better this way.
Can you hear me now?
Can't hear you.
I
No?
could hear you fine. Yeah, the whole
You
time.
can hear Darren?
Yeah.
Oh, can you, Katie? Yeah, no.
You
we
guys
can't.
can?
Darren, you fucked up.
Okay.
I can hear all of you guys.
Take out your earbuds.
Do you?
People in the
Yeah, you're supposed to.
People in the YouTube stream, tell me if you can hear Darren.
The what? No, Darren's still silent.
Is that kettle corn or popcorn?
Stuff that we got from Ollie's.
Yeah, me. Oh, that's the sweet corn. That one's good.
Yeah, it is good stuff.
Oh,
It's the Herzbrain.
Yeah, I can totally hear you on the YouTube.
I'm the YouTube.
Oh, okay.
on the
I
YouTube?
can hear him.
So, you guys trying to blame it on me? You guys just didn't pay for
Walmart later.
you guys just didn't pay for our cell phone bill.
Oh.
A discount cell service, track
Yeah.
phones.
Yeah, no, I got nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. Katie can hear Darren.
Well,
can't
too bad.
hear you.
Hey,
Can you sign?
can you read my lip?
Can you?
See, Greg says Darren. Greg says Darren is so loud that he's
Just kidding.
it right now, and that's what I'm hearing. Is when you
Maybe
speak louder, you actually get the distortion because we can hear you so well already.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know.
I'll take off the headphones.
Audio on from the YouTube.
Well, it's just weird that we'd be able to hear Katie and you and not Darren.
Yeah.
Hey, who knows what room Joey's in? Anyone want to go?
How's this?
on Bitchin'?
I don't know.
Chestnut's been a little testy. I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna ask him.
So,
It's hard to be king.
so normal.
All right, how's this?
Oh, man.
I don't know. I don't
I can hear
know Mike Sullivan for having to be his Aaron.
Yeah, Mike's been his errand for a few days.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a tough gig.
He said yesterday he was going to be on. He was on Joey duty.
When you have to just take
You just
over
go
for
for
somebody to be somebody's I don't know. It was like when I had to become Pseudo's Lesko. That was a doozy of a fucking job. Like, Jesus. And
Bill from the Netherlands says hi.
does someone have a good oatmeal recipe? That's
Michelle, oatmeal recipe.
I like it with craisins and almonds and a whole
Gross.
Well,
No.
I'm just kidding. Keep talking.
I just
Wait,
like
how many hot
those
dogs
like
do you
horrible instant oatmeals with the fruit in them already.
The peaches ones are really
Yeah.
good. The peaches, the blueberries. The banana ones, I just leave and hope the kids will eat them.
I hope somebody else will eat those, but the strawberry one, I like that one too.
Yeah, that was good too.
Okay.
I don't like oatmeal.
Michelle's involves a lot of hot sauce.
Yeah, I don't like sweet oatmeal. Like the idea of it and the taste of it grosses me out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I put butter and salt and pepper and sometimes sausage. I basically treat oatmeal like grits.
Yeah.
Put cheese in it, hot sauce.
I've never done that, but I think I would like it because I like grits. And I usually eat those with cheese and hot sauce.
Pseudo was spilling soda everywhere.
All right, Darren. How was the men's
Can you
contest for you? What were your thoughts?
Can somebody sign for Darren?
About
Or
the men's
speak
contest?
for
Can you
Darren?
hear?
Yeah, about the men's contest.
Honestly, I thought it was interesting. We had our own table space. That was awesome. You know, it wasn't super cramped on the table, uncontrolled. The reason for me, at least, that my number was down is the 2 weeks notice and minimal training. So I knew going in I wouldn't be super duper great. But it is what it is. I had a good time. It was fun.
Well, yeah,
And it was weird too because they didn't actually have the.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Didn't have what?
Can you not hear me?
I can hear you.
They did-
You two can
Oh,
hear
okay.
me just fine.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the waiting room.
Nice to meet you,
I don't know
George.
if you guys heard that, but
What were you gonna say, Darren? They didn't have what?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
sure.
hear about Darren. Didn't have what?
Oh. Wait, can we hear George?
I think
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah,
we can hear
yeah.
George. All right, Darren.
Because he's in the same room.
I'm muting you, George,
Why are you muting
Why?
George?
because you need to turn off the echo.
because there's feedback. George and Darren are in the same room together, and so
Yeah.
well,
Yeah.
when I put the
So Darren needs to hang up and then just lay
Yeah,
down
just
next to
join
George.
with
Like,
George.
yeah, Darren and George.
Exactly.
Need to do
I did it the right way.
Just
first.
cuddle,
That's why
like-
I
Yeah.
can't hear me.
Yeah.
It's a lose situation.
George, Darren, just get on the same
It's
bed
either-
together like Mickey and
Nick and Nick are pissed.
Yeah.
and George
You can
is
go head to
pissed.
toe. That's not weird. That's not weird.
Yeah, George, just cuddle in there next to Darren.
Where's he walking? He's walking around the
Or you
hallway.
know what?
That's a bad
I'll
idea.
hop
How
off.
come you guys aren't wearing masks?
We'll just use it.
there we go. There we go.
No, George has got his,
Except we're not going to be able to hear George on Darren's video because
No,
we can't.
Darren's got to
but I
hang
turned
up,
mine off.
and
I
George
know.
has to get unmuted.
Yeah.
Yeah, unmute Smorg.
We can be like Nick and
Lean up
Nick.
against
Another
the-
character in Shrek.
There we go. Perfect. And then mute Darren.
All right.
Perfect. Because now we can see Darren.
I don't know what you guys did.
We can see
Okay, now
George.
you're on.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
my.
Then my mic
So
is off.
turn Darren's
It's
on.
yeah. No, but yours sounds
We
horrible.
can hear you.
Yeah, let me leave and just share with George.
Okay, he's going to leave. We're going
We're
to
gonna
share.
share.
Sharing is caring. people.
Yay!
All right.
Can we rotate mine though?
You get in
Oh, yeah,
trouble
you should
for-
be able to.
Do we know our over-unders? I mean, we can read them on the websites. Can we get in trouble for gambling? Yes, because it would be like a baseball player or a football player
Oh, we're gonna-
betting on their own.
Yeah, you
We're
can't.
going to leave and come right back in.
That would be a boo-boo.
Well, here's the question. Well, no, you couldn't do that either. I was going to say you could probably ethically bet on yourself for an over, but not if you really threw in the towel the year before.
Yeah, like if
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anywhere.
Our waiver this year specifically, we specifically signed away our right to
bet,
to
yeah.
wager or facilitate any wagering.
Yeah.
So this year's waiver was completely different. Apparently, it was cleared by the New Jersey Board of Gaming too. So it's a little bit more than intense.
I think it was with all that sponsorship too, right? Who was sponsored? Who?
DraftKings.
Yeah,
DraftKings.
DraftKings. Yeah.
And I think the numbers can fluctuate so much in what we do that it would be over-unders can sometimes be like so far off. Like imagine Carmen's over-under in 2018. It certainly wasn't fucking 64 from like 41 the year before.
So this
So,
is a
like-
family show.
you could just take a shit on somebody, you know, if he was just to bet the over really hard. Where'd Smart go? Oh,
I don't know. I
he's
tried to
trying
get
to
him on
get
there, but he kicked himself off twice.
him and Darren. He laid down next to Darren. It was over.
Yeah.
It's time. All those hot dogs.
He'll be on in about 5 minutes.
Oh God.
Nikki, how does it feel to finally have the world record?
Finally, right? Yeah. I can't complain. I mean, yeah. What am I gonna do? Like, I wish I could have done better. No, I'm happy. I had to do better than last year. I'm glad I did better than my own personal record. It would have been cool. I mean, obviously the stage didn't feel the same without you there. It would have been cool to do it in front of a live crowd, but you know, as far as the number goes, I can't be upset. I wish we had a countdown so I could have stuffed another half or something. But
Well, I mean, on the plus side, gives you room for next year to set a second new world record in front of a crowd.
yeah, I don't see why not. My first few minutes were super slow. It was just weird and distracting. The hot dogs felt longer. Like my normal
That's what
number
she
of
said.
swallows.
Well, maybe that's just because you're living with Nick now.
Yeah.
No, I mean
That's the only reason she's fucking here,
No.
or she would have been stuck in your state quarantined.
No, I mean because when she was in Arizona, we got the natural casing ones, which are definitely the same length. And now with the skinless with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been skinless here.
Connecticut, you can't buy the same hot dogs. I don't know what you all were thinking, but
Hot dogs are never gonna be the same now.
Jeez, it's been a rough fucking few weeks for me.
I don't know. Ask Darren why the numbers were lower. I don't know. I felt like I thought the hot dogs were longer than usual.
I think the buns felt a little bit shorter than usual. I don't know if the hot dogs felt longer.
I don't know.
But everything, the weights felt normal. Not practicing with natural casing and then going to a natural casing definitely slowed me down the last few minutes. Like my last few minutes was pretty much like anybody could outpace me there. But it was they weren't cooked poorly. They weren't overcooked. They weren't like stale or rubbery. They weren't too bad. For me, at least.
It was hard to get into a rhythm because the guy that was plating mine behind me kept hovering like 3 inches away from me. I'm like, there's so much room on this whole table. Why don't you just put it anywhere but right where I'm working?
I watched
it was
replay.
weird.
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that because at one point I accidentally hit my plate with my Gatorade.
Yeah, I don't understand why they just weren't more aggressive putting the hot dogs down.
Set it down.
Just like set 2 extra fucking plates down at all times. If you set it down and they don't need it, I'm not gonna be like, what the fuck? You know,
It's not like they had to worry about
extras.
They had you guys had the plexiglass area. It's not like they had to worry about plates getting mixed up or anything.
I want to know why those plexiglass things could have been implemented when Pat Roletti was using. Always had a tie-dyed shirt at the end of it.
Just one around him. Yeah.
Honestly, like I was between Chestnut and Badlands. That probably saved my life being between those plexiglass things.
So like,
So I was talking to Chestnut about he mentioned the hot dog buns to me earlier that they changed the hot dog buns from previous years to like more like a store brand hot dog bun, and that's what they were going to use this year. But then they found the buns they found, which are more like normal buns in the past. But it seemed like the dogs were long and not as girthy as normal. Like normally Nathan's hot dogs are more girthy, in my opinion, compared to like Sabrett's or whatever. And they usually give me a problem, but these didn't seem like they were as girthy. Yeah. The whatever. It's a family show, right?
Girthy.
That's
the correct term.
So you know, I drive a compact car. We came in together so we can sit next to each other on a bed, you know. Definitely no social distancing in the little car. But yeah, the hot dogs are different, but 24 is 24. You know, I had like 70 some hours notice to show up to do this, so I'm just honored that I was able. get to the table and do it. And like talking to Joey pregame, he's like, try something different if you think you need to try something different. Because normally I start off like 2 hot dogs and go. And with watching you guys eat, Michelle with different techniques and like 1 hot dog, and I'm just like, I was concerned because I did not natural casing, but just regular Nathan's on Thursday, and they're girthier, and it seems like I call it banana peeling. Like when you take 2 of them and eat them, it seems like my camera's messed up. So when you're eating the 2 hot dogs, it seems like you get the 2 sides. I don't know. It just like you don't chew it. It becomes big flaps. It's a mess. And I was concerned about that today, so I tried.
Big flap.
I know. Whatever. I don't care.
Keep doing the visuals too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I like
So
They
check
go
out In Hot Water on Compound Media. You should see the visuals, the videos they put up with me when I talk about hot dog eatings. It's horrible. But they, I don't know. It was different. So I was slow in the beginning because I want 1 hot dog and bun, and then I was like eating just like the 1 hot dog, and it seemed like it took forever before I could chase it with a bun today.
James, Brian wants to know what you're all drinking during and after the contest.
Oh, I use warm Crystal Light, strawberry orange banana flavor.
Tropical pineapple mango, great value brand Mio, and then 2 colors of Gatorade, Zero, just as long as
A lot of words for one beverage.
Yeah. lots of shit.
Tropical mango banana what?
Yeah, it's pretty serious.
It's pretty serious. I do a Crystal Light iced tea peach flavored.
I dunk in water and chase with Gatorade from the bottle.
Not a bad.
That's hardcore,
idea.
I dunk my buns in Crystal Light lemonade, and then I chase with Crystal Light strawberry.
So here's the thing. I'm not a big sweet person. And the idea and the actual practice, because I've tried it too, of dunking the bun in a sweet beverage is the same thing with like the gross sugar oatmeal that people eat. No, thank you. Like this shouldn't be a sweet beverage. It should be bun flavored.
Exactly. That's why I hate doing that.
I don't
I
think
looked for the
hot water.
bun flavored Crystal Light. I couldn't find any.
That's another thing they have in Arizona that they don't have in Connecticut.
Damn it! When we send you the shirt, send me some of that Mio.
Yeah. Someone one year dunked in au jus sauce.
Oh,
Oh.
might
That
be tasty.
with the hot dogs, that would be like
No, it was a terrible idea for them. It was
everyone
really
bitches about the sweet buns at the end. Towards the end of a contest, I'd rather have buns all day than more salty fucking hot dogs.
That's why I started using lemonade, because I don't like sweets usually either, Michelle. I'm not a big sweet person, but there's so much salt that you're consuming that having like the refreshing like acid from the lemonade, that it helps rather than just soggy bread. Like at least with the lemonade, I can trick myself and be like, "You're eating delicious lemon cake. Between your hot dogs."
So I don't know. I guess I could do lemon juice in water before I could do actual lemonade, probably.
That would work too. I just like the acid.
Although theoretically, some of you diet drinkers, from a, I guess, nutritional science or whatever standpoint, supposedly consuming sugar makes your appetite more. So do you feel like if you're drinking a sugar beverage, you would be able to eat more hot dogs and still want to eat more hot dogs?
Not at the same time. If it was like an hour and a half later, then yes, because the appetite will increase because of blood sugar fluctuations and like amylase enzyme release in the mouth. But that's going to take some time versus during the contest, staying sugar free. The receptors that sense calorie load in your stomach may actually keep satiety signals down. You may actually be hungry or doing sugar free. That's the nerdy fucking answer to that.
I like
Yeah,
it.
but then it's so quick anyway. We really are. Does our stomachs really have time to react in like the 10-minute time period?
Just the mechanical receptors that sense space, but that's what I'm saying. Where the sugary drink isn't going to enhance a appetite response for a long period of time, where at least a diet drink won't trigger it, particularly beforehand, but definitely during, won't trigger like any satiety signals.
Mm.
Okay, moving on. Favorite beverage after to celebrate.
Go ahead, Katie. We'll start with you.
Okay. Why are we asking me first?
Party girl.
I am. I usually like a dark beer or a glass of wine, although I don't usually do that today because wine just doesn't seem right in the hot New York weather. But lately, because I've been on this training program, I've totally gone basic and I've been drinking hard seltzers. So I don't know.
Love the seltzers. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. What about you, Nick?
For me, I'm boring as shit. So my drinks of choice will legit be like Fresca or Diet Coke or shitloads of water. Like since college, I haven't really drank heavily. Never amounted to anything positive in the past. So some copious amount of Diet Pepper or raspberry ginger ale. Yeah.
Oh, raspberry ginger ale.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a good Christmas time. Yeah,
Pretty fucking
Canada
good.
Dry,
Pretty good.
raspberry ginger ale.
What about
My
for
go-to
you?
right after the contest was always Sprite. I mean, obviously, because I have it at my table too. But my favorite was one of my first years in, and Adrian Morgan, who you see how that he is, I'm like in pain. I'm sitting, and this is my first year in the contest, first or second year. But I'm sitting in that break room, and it's hot, and we're like in front of the fan, and I'm just trying to be by the fan, like, and not feel like I'm gonna die. And I'm like, I just want a Sprite right now. And he went and got me a Sprite. It was like before the men's contest, not for the women. And he went and got me a Sprite. It was so nice of him.
Somebody crunching a water bottle?
Is it just me or is everybody getting feedback?
It sounds like somebody's crunching a water bottle, but it's not me.
Yeah, that's feedback.
Says Katie, who's currently
No one's
holding
wearing
a water
earbuds.
bottle. I'm watching you.
I'm not. It's totally intact and not crunchy. See, you can hear it, and I'm not doing anything.
Where's Mickey?
Is Mickey eating?
She had to run cut an interview real quick.
Okay. Let's pinpoint
Back
this.
momentarily, hopefully.
George, what do you like to drink after the contest?
Can I unmute this?
Yeah, no, I'm a big fan of IPAs and all that fun stuff. But you know, I don't know what I'm going to drink tonight. You know, I've been big into the seltzers because it's, you know, low carbs and they're tasty. You know, I'm a seltzer fan anyway, so give me 5% alcohol on top of it. Like, let's do it.
Nick, I think you can unmute yourself. I think it's George's mic.
Who's muted?
Nick, unmute yourself. I can't unmute you.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, maybe it's you. Okay, hang on.
So,
No, I think I unmuted it. I'm just pushing buttons here. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
I've been muted.
Maybe it's
I'm
mine.
muted. There we go.
Oh, yeah, press one.
So,
Because you're still
yeah, the
fucking
feedback
soda. Are
is
you
from somebody
serious?
not like not wearing earbuds. If everybody wears earbuds, we wouldn't have feedback, but not everybody's wearing earbuds.
Hey, Happy D's
That's all
in the
that,
house.
I think that is. Someone's turned up to it.
Hello.
Mickey's
Hey,
back.
Happy D's in the house.
What is your beverage of choice?
Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this question. Oh man, it is hard to eat hot dogs slow.
Yeah, where you at? Let's
Taste
go.
more of the grease. What?
What is that, like a dozen or something? What the...
Right now? Right now I'm at 13 and a half.
Slow hot dogs, gross.
Yeah. I have 30 in front of me, but there's no in the kitchen.
I think I got tired around like 22 when I did that like once upon a time. I think I decided I'd never eat hot dogs leisurely again.
Yeah, it's rough. It's very greasy.
Yeah, it's gross.
Let me try something.
Oh, I thought that.
Aw. I was gonna try to squeeze the grease out.
Someone invited me to eat hot dogs already, and I'm like,
Can you see it dripping?
that's funny.
I think I saw a drip. Yeah.
I can hear it. Oh, that's nasty. Did you grill them or boil them,
Grill them.
Michelle?
Flat top grill.
Oh, your flat top, yeah. Well,
Locks all the grease in.
So Michelle, they're supposed to announce what happens with Buffalo on the 8th. Would you be looking at going?
I mean, I don't know if New York will let Arizona
Yeah.
by then.
Let's go just stay in our house for 2 weeks.
Yeah, Nick's inviting you to just stay at our house for 2 weeks.
Seriously, what day is Buffalo this September? I'm gonna be back to work by then.
Yeah, it's September 5th and 6th, I think. So
Put it in the pickle shit.
yeah, I love pickles.
Ruin the fork.
so you're
I'm going back to
are you 18th of
James
this
Brown's
month?
question. Mickey's drink of choice after contest is pickle juice.
It is. I
Freaking
have a jar of
weird.
pickles right next to me.
I can't take this one.
You want to hot dog salt out with pickle salt.
Mhm. Yeah, if you put enough salt in to where it's medically dangerous, your body will have to get rid of it.
Yummy.
Ah,
Actually, immediately after the contest, I tried this. I do not suggest it. It's boba. It's bubble tea in a can. What's
True.
wrong?
who would have thought that wasn't going to be good?
Not
That's
after the
like a sure
contest.
winner.
You could do like omelet in a bag or something delicious like that. You know? Good question. We would love to know the answer to said question and have tried to find that out to no avail. We assume and we're told that they think everything is okay, but nothing was made. Yeah, like literally no detail.
My theory is that there wasn't going to be enough people there. He loved people. The more people, the better. So I'm pretty sure when he found out, it wasn't going to be a crowd, he's just like, no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know who loves hugging strangers more, Joey or Esper.
Did you guys see that? That was in the prelim for the men's show, Joey's interview. He's like, I missed it. I love being able to just hug a stranger.
Joey kind of clammed up in his exit interview. I don't know how much of that aired on TV. I was watching from the sidelines, and did you see that?
It looked like he was having difficulty, like they're about to come back up or something. He kind of like stopped.
He wasn't too bad. Like compared to last year,
Yeah.
and last year 71, he was in really rough shape after the heat because I remember he kicked Bowers out of her chair. And when we got to the green room, it was like, if you're gonna kick Bowers out of your chair, you're either a huge prick or you're really uncomfortable. And he said he felt a little bit better, I think, with lack of heat. But I don't know. Joey also didn't get to prep how he normally does, having to have been here. Where everything for the past 12 years has been pretty much a sweet science. Fly out a few days ahead of time, everything just so have Aaron and whatever. The fact that he was able to do the 75, he might have just been mentally kind of out of it, having to an extent, do this on his own, so to speak, versus having that team of people.
Do you guys know if Esper was in New York at any point?
I don't believe so.
I don't think so. He was supposed to drive in, and he did. I know he would have had a hotel on the night of the 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
He would have had a hotel. Yeah.
I didn't find out yesterday until like afternoon or evening, I guess.
Ditto. Same here. No joke.
Oh yeah.
because the night before, Esper texted me. He's like, "Hey, if you find good parking, let me know." Like, all right. And then I was doing something for ESPN, and they're like, "Hey, just a heads up, blee blee blah blee blee." So,
Jules in the house.
Hi. What's this? Oh my God.
Congratulations today.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're the one person that I didn't get an autograph from for Michelle's shirt.
Oh.
Oh, I know. I think you were up getting your
Let's
fingerprint
wave
test done, and I'm so
Oh,
sorry.
no.
Oh.
Are you guys on
I'll
meeting?
record your signature. You'll never know. What's
You
that?
said getting your fingerprints done?
That's George kept calling it that, like the blood draw for the COVID test.
Oh,
I thought maybe they figured that our national security was a bigger problem than COVID right now or something.
Yeah.
Background check you all.
Yeah.
Are you guys all hanging out afterwards? Meeting up with
Absolutely. To drink our drinks of choice, I guess. But by the way, I never said mine. Of course, Natty Light.
that's before the contest.
I would've guessed-
After the contest.
I
In the
would've
morning
guessed
when you wake
LE.
up.
What are you talking about? Dunkin' Natty Light.
I think we're having audio issues again.
I dunk a not natty light, man. My joke might go over some people. Oh shit,
Hot dogs are hard to eat slow.
Brian, you gotta help
How
her
many hot
out.
dogs deep are you now?
15, but I'm like so slowly eating them.
I
That you really get all the juices unlocked.
No, it's more difficult than I think people realize. I haven't tried in forever, but yeah, I don't think I got past mid-20s, and I just said this is miserable.
to eat hot dogs.
Yeah, eating hot dogs
Yeah.
just leisurely.
Yeah.
I think I thought it would be a good idea to like watch a movie and try to eat whatever at the time, like 40. And I don't think I didn't come close to doing it.
The fact that you were watching a movie and didn't fall asleep.
Jokes.
Man, I'm donating $5 for every hot dog I eat during the stream, but I might have to speed up later because this is rough.
There you go, contest ballot.
There you go.
The last
Have some
15.
chocolate milk.
Well,
We'll give you a 10-second countdown.
you get to that 15 or 20 minute mark, and your
Oh,
body doesn't
there we
really
are
want
on
it.
ESPN 2.
Oh, we're on
Somebody
ESPN
MC
too.
it.
Look at this asshole on the top left eating hot dogs. Good face. He's gonna die out anyway.
Wait, do we have more people? Let's go on.
No. Why are you guys staring at your ceiling?
No, I'm looking at the TV right now. Like this is the part of the contest where I'm like, here we go.
Are they showing the replay?
Are you
Oh, they are playing.
squeezing more hot dog grease?
I have to ask you something, Nick. I noticed, like, what is it that you're doing? You're kind of like doing one of these. It looks like you're kind of like slow-mo punching yourself in the face.
I have no idea what I'm doing, to be honest with you, Darren. It's just kind of something that I think it's the way like my teeth are shaped. I found a way to grind the hot dog, to be honest with you.
Darren's a cheese curd specialist?
Yeah, he
Yes.
won cheese curd contest. He beat Chestnut in like 2 years ago in Wisconsin.
Okay, sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
Carry on.
You know how
What?
many people
Wait, time out.
cheese balls with them now?
Wait, can we face it this way?
Darren
Can you guys see the screen?
champion?
Hold on.
He said today.
Okay, so when it goes back to
Different
George,
Darren, right?
Session Darren.
like a rabbi with the one curl on the side because of the mask. Okay, we can face it back to us. Anyway,
What happened?
that. No, I was saying because when George hangs his mask, the black mask from one ear, it drapes down, but with the boater hat, he kind of looks like a rabbi. The one curl. I just see him like, who is that man?
Oh yeah, he
You
does.
know what I mean with the one long curl
Like
going down the
Like
side.
an asymmetrical rabbi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think we're allowed to say that.
Yes, you can.
Hey, we don't want to demonetize the stream. Come on.
It's very hard to squeeze, actually.
But does this end up on YouTube? Or are we on YouTube?
Yeah, we're on YouTube.
It's on. Yeah, you can do like a little meeting,
Oh.
and it goes on YouTube.
That's cute.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she doesn't like us that much just to chat with us. She's trying to extort us for super chats.
Yeah. These are all possible tags.
My page isn't even monetized, my friend.
Really?
Michelle's made like 42 cents of her entire YouTube career.
No. I had like $20, but then they changed the rules. And so they demonetized me, and then they finally were like, you know what, you took too long, we're keeping your $20.
Aw.
Because they don't pay you out until a certain threshold.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's $100.
That was kind of funny when we were.
Your screen is blocked by your cups are blocking your entire screen.
Why
What's that?
are his cameras on the left? I thought everybody's gonna be on the right.
I told them to put their.
Oh, they're talking about the
They're watching the
like
I don't know why they wouldn't make them adjustable. Like, hey, what side do you put your cups on? We're gonna move the cameras because like that would have made it a lot better angles.
Yeah. Well, they asked me.
I'll give
And I'm
it
like,
to
no, my
Joey
cups
then. I
aren't
mean, he
moving.
really pushed those last 2 minutes.
Pseudo? Yeah, yeah.
no.
Oh,
Oh,
thank
both
you.
Suda and Joey.
Joey normally pushes the
guys
last 2
both
minutes a
pushed
lot
last 2
harder.
minutes.
It looked like he was struggling to.
No,
Because normally his last 2 minute speed is like fierce.
he was at like 50 at 5 minutes,
That
give or
was
take.
crazy fast.
He was in an insane pace. I was talking to him about it. The last couple minutes, he really started to slow down a little bit. He was able to push it just enough because he was so far ahead of the pace.
He went from a 10 hot dog pace for most of the contest to like a 7.
Yeah, he was kind of crazy. Like right now, it just 5 minutes, he was like 47 or something ridiculous. So
Yeah.
it's he was at a pretty insane pace, but I think he just got tired. Like it was it's kind of like I when I look back, watch the contest back, I was like 26 at 5 minutes. So to finish at 13 or 39 kind of sucks. You know, but I just kind of farted out.
No.
You gotta love George Shea there, that
Yeah.
intensity.
Oh, you have it going on in the background? Yeah, there you go. He's the
Rabbi
onion.
thing going on.
Okay. Oh my god.
I don't know. It was cool, you know, like it was definitely weird without people screaming when things started to get uncomfortable and gross and whatever, not to have, you know, thousands of people
That
there
hot dog reloader, he looks so boss.
going off.
Yeah. I was more distracted at. Yeah, I shouldn't have been so distracted by where they were putting the hot dogs and where they were trying to put the hot dogs. Yeah. I'm pretty sure I'm going to watch my performance and get really frustrated at some of my unnecessary movements.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Thank you. I did okay.
I was doing the Mickey turn.
That was a very short 80-20 now, too.
Yeah, more like a slightly irritated pony, if anything.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. When I was watching the female contest, I was wondering what Mickey was looking at the entire time, but now I realize
Can
being up
everybody
there,
else
you were
hear
looking at
Darren?
the
'Cause I can't hear
teleprompter
him
too,
again.
right? Because I was
Yeah.
looking at that to keep track of Nick.
The screen's right there.
Yeah, I didn't have any idea. I didn't know where anybody was at except for like once or twice I would hear George. But the thing is, like, I'm trying not to pay attention to George because then I'll get distracted and slow down. So I was like, it would have been cool to see the screen to have that idea, but I don't know if it would have just distracted me.
No, and Katie made a really good point. I could have watched the clock, the timer on the teleprompter or the screen, but no, I was looking at, I don't know, everybody who was being featured at the time. So I'm like, oh, my hair looks different right now, or oh, that's what Katie looks like. But that's kind of how Renee eats. And I'm just like, I should have. Why did I not look at the time?
Yeah, you actually saw me trying to look over, but because I'm like blind for any form of distance, I couldn't read the fucking TV. It didn't help. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, the 1,000 hot dogs. I remember hearing that.
Yeah. So was it 1,000 in his career?
Yeah, table hot dogs. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's a big deal. I was there for, I want to say Brett Favre's 1,000th completion or something. That was pretty cool.
Wow.
He doesn't even remember that one.
But I missed Joey's 1,000th hot dog.
It went down a lot like the previous
Because
900.
what number was he at when they started? How many hot dogs had he eaten before this contest?
Like 940 or something.
They should like really screamed out, "That's the 1,000th hot dog."
George said it because like there was a
The
guy
with the piece of paper right behind me. Yeah. He's like, that's it. But he was just like really mild mannerly, like gingerly flapping this piece of paper. So George caught it like way later, but yeah. This is where. Wait, at what point did Darren get ahead of you?
right around 34.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right around 34, I died.
Aw.
I can't unsee the rabbi thing now.
See, I'm thinking Rastafarian.
It did. I will say it wasn't super fun, like getting like, you know, for those of us that got second or third or what anything, top 5.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's like, all right, if your name's not Two-Door Chestnut, hit the fucking road. Get out of here. We got to announce them first. It's like, oh, okay.
They
That's
took
cool.
your mask back and kicked you out.
But yeah, basically, literally, it was like, get out of the way. They're gonna take a picture with George. You know, and it's like, I get it. They both set world records, and that's really cool. But at the same point, it would an attaboy would have been cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Braden, what number did you end with?
Darren ended at 42.
What was your last year? 47?
Darren had 50 last year.
Darren got second last year, right? Yeah.
Yeah, second with 50 this year. He got 42.
Did he just leave?
Yeah.
No, did he eat 50? Oh, yeah, he did. No, he didn't. Because the bet was 50?
No. The bet was...
That was 55.
55 or something like that.
And
Yeah, he could have taken the bet back because he was going to go for second. And then he decided not to because he's apparently a masochist who likes to lose bets and be humiliated in front of people.
Really wanted to play as well.
The kicker is Darren's also hit 55 in a practice, but he actually does better. He's the opposite typically of what some people do. Like he does better in practice than he does at the table.
Oh God! I think this is a question for Darren Breeden and George Sugar.
You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait. As fast as you can, just as long as you don't mind being super bloated.
Ew.
There are tricks of the trade to this when you have a combined 20 to 40 pounds of food in you.
So you're gonna make me throw up now.
Is that question for Mickey and Nick or for Darren and Sugar?
Well, they both just jumped off the stream, so I guess I would have answered that question.
That answers that.
Like,
What
I
are
don't
you
know,
drinking,
how
Jules?
fast did we get back to the hotel?
What is the blinging? What's happening here?
No.
I don't know.
Somebody has notifications going up.
Is that me?
Maybe.
Mine's a different noise. That's not me.
I don't think it's me.
Wow.
So Jules and I tried to figure out strategy a couple days ago, which arguably sucks because, she has a busy life right now and still doing things. So it sucks to try to get a last minute practice in when you barely found out you're going to compete 3 days before. But I was wondering, how did the liquid choices that you switched to work out?
How did what?
Your liquid choices end up working out.
Oh
for
my
you.
God. Well, so those dogs were tough. And early on, I was drinking out of my cup, which I never do, but for some reason it was just struggling with, I don't know if it's the buns or just the dogs. But the beverage choice, I like the grape. I don't
Okay.
think in the future. Not the Tang. That
Yeah,
helps.
Tang is gross. So I made the mistake once. I didn't have enough cold water. I didn't have enough water altogether. I don't know if it was a qualifier or what. But I ended up drinking my warm hot dog water
Oh.
in the last couple. And after one swig, I was just like, oh, throws you off. Hard to do.
Oh God, I can't even imagine.
That's bad.
What hot dog number are you on, Michelle?
This
18?
is 17.
That's amazing. Because I think you did 18 when we zoomed the other day. Just like
I did one plate fast, and then I just sat there and ate while I was talking to her.
she's like giving me tips, and she's just like eating them like they're chips or something. It's great.
This is the first pack of hot dogs I ate this year.
Good.
I'm telling you though, so greasy.
No. I don't know. I feel like, so how long until you start using condiments? Maybe.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I could be using condiments, I guess.
Yeah.
Just used to not. Why have extra calories, right?
I guess.
Okay. So Julie ate, what did you say, 8.5?
Yeah, I stuffed the bun at the end, and I was trying to get the dog down, but like I didn't get the whole dog down, so I just went with 8.5. You know, which was disappointing, but
What did Renee do?
How many buns did you have left that you had already eaten the hot dogs for?
none. I stuffed the bun at the end, and then I was gonna like chipmunk the hot dog, but let me get the whole dog down.
What about Mickey and Katie? Did you lose any parts of hot dogs due to the timing?
No. I mean, if I was watching the timer, so that helped a little bit. I probably could have been faster at the end if there had been more hype, but no, I didn't lose any. I think Mickey was like just totally confused at the end and just eating as much as she could.
Well, I'm like, is the time up? Because now I'm asking you a question. I don't know if the clock's still running or what happened.
Right.
I heard 40, and then after 40, I'm like, okay, I'm looking around like, do we get a 10-second thing? I didn't even think of looking at a timer. I mean, honestly, I'm used to the air horn going off or the crowd doing a 10-second countdown.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a hot dog and like a partial bun.
Heavy D's in the house.
He was in the house.
No, he left.
Yeah.
Oh, well, bye, Heavy D. Hey, Sarge, what's up? Sean Nichols thinks I should put a jar of mayonnaise on my hot dogs. No way.
No. Just get the jar and like dip them in there. Michelle.
It'd be appropriate.
Yeah.
That sounds real gross.
Good. I don't know why they didn't just put backdrops over that like weird brick wall looking thing.
We're going for the modern, rustic.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess they could have probably done a little bit more. I don't know. Yeah, even if it was a different look, just something cohesive. Like, have you guys seen the Jerry Springer Show set? It reminds me of that. Where they're in the alleyway or whatever.
So you admit that the brick wall was a set?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
No, it actually looks like a comic club or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What do you
Or
want to
like
do?
a really weird dating show with the partitions so they can see each other.
You want to take a
You guys didn't out here, Mickey?
What's that? Yeah, I was asking what we have to do because I still have to clean up and shower off if we're meeting up later on. Are we hanging out, Katie? Or?
Yeah, I guess I don't know what time I'm gonna leave, but I think we're supposed to meet up at 7:30.
7:33.
7:33 actually. Because
yeah.
Crazy Legs likes odd numbers.
Larry Bird, 33.
7:33. So yeah.
So I think we're gonna dip out, or I'm gonna get ready, and if you're still living, I'll pop in and say hi and all that.
Yeah, I probably need to go rest a bit. But,
At some point, I need to just finish these hot dogs. So I can end my
All right,
stream.
let's go. Speed up, hit 49, and then call Sweeto back.
Here you
Okay,
go.
will do.
You got this, Michelle.
Thanks for stopping in.
No
We'll
worries.
all right, I'm gonna head out too. Bye.
Oh, no. All right, bye, guys.
I can figure out how to do it.
Andrew, I think that the numbers would be significantly lower, but my guess is if people still had to eat hot dogs with buns, I don't know. Depends. If they can dunk, I think Joey would still hit 50 plus. Well, no. If they could dunk, I think Joey would still hit 65 plus. Without dunking, maybe 50 plus. Oh man, these get really garlicky when you eat them slowly.
Are those the Nathans
Mm-hmm.
in your freezer that you had like 100?
Yeah, I think we're down to 80 in the freezer.
Yep, only 80 left.
Yeah, because it cooked 40 today.
Do you have to go to New York to get them, or do you get them like shipped out to you?
If you can find a distributor, you can buy them straight from the distributor sometimes.
Okay.
You just have to explain to them what the situation is, and they're usually pretty cool.
So you brought 44.
By distributor, I mean Nathan's restaurant that has natural casing dogs that can communicate with the distributor type of thing. So otherwise, I've had to do what you do and search store to store and try to find the 7-packs.
Yeah.
They literally don't have natural casing Nathan's dogs in Arizona at all.
Yeah. It's tough. Usually I can drive out to Surf and Stillwell and you can get a 40-pack for like 20 or 30 bucks or something like that of the natural casing. But like during coronavirus, I was just like, I don't want to drive out there and then just.
Where's that
at? The Nathans. You can drive out to Surf and Stillwell. And
the big plastic bag?
A 40-pack, yeah.
That's awesome.
And the first time that I went out there, Crazy Legs was like, "Oh, just tell them what you want." And the person at the cashier was like, "We don't do that." And I was like, totally had to be a Karen and was like, "Could I get a manager?" And the manager was like, "Yeah. People don't really do this, so you can come back and get the whole 40-pack."
That's awesome. How much did they end up charging you per hot dog that way?
I swear it was like 20 or between 20 and 30, I think.
Total?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So you probably gave it to you for like cost.
Yeah. Yeah, and because nobody's going out there to buy 40 raw dogs uncooked.
Yeah. They did sell a Nathan's Party Pack this year. It was 74 hot dogs and buns.
Uh-huh.
And I think fries maybe or something. But you could have it shipped to your house from Nathan's. You could have a family barbecue where you, as a family, consume the same amount Joey Chestnut does, which I thought was a brilliant idea.
The amazing thing today was Mickey did 40 and a half, and the combined field of women did 40 and a half, which is just incredible.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Mickey Sudo, like, not just ate kind of the same amount, to the half of a hot dog. Like, that's insane.
That was my half hot dog I stuffed at the end.
That is nuts that they turned out exactly right.
It's crazy. We missed you so much today. It was
fun.
It wasn't the same, but
although I'm pretty glad that I didn't have to rush train for hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's rough.
I was like disappointed with my number, but I was like, well, I only ate hot dogs twice, really, like more than one at a time in the last week. So next year, 2021, so much to look forward to.
Mm-hmm. So I've learned that regardless if we don't know if a contest is happening, I need to still train for it. Because up until literally, I was looking it up today. It was, I want to say it was like June 16th when I found out the contest was still a go. It was already technically the second half of June. And then the 19th when I had my flight. And then the 24th when I no longer had my flight. So the 25th, so I found out on the 16th, the 25th would have been my first practice, which is like, I should have done it before that. I mean, obviously, but when you aren't planning for it, you kind of have other plans.
Yeah.
So I'm not like, I can't be that sad. It would have sucked to hit a really lower than my personal best number on ESPN. Like that would have bothered me for like way too long.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
Yeah.
It was fun getting to watch everyone live because I've never done that before.
That must, yeah, right. I mean, the production. I just watched the women's competition before I came in, and the production levels seem like, you know, pretty interesting. I had to watch myself eat hot dogs. I was like, oh boy.
Yeah, it was really cool. So most people, before they're in the contest, have watched the contest before.
Mm-hmm.
I never watched the Nathan's contest. I saw the Kobayashi documentary, so I'd seen like maybe a few second clip of a contest before, but I never watched the full contest. Like I forgot it existed until my friend said, "Go try this qualifier."
Oh, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I watched it once, 2012, and my friend reminded me today, and I knew about it, but I never watched it, and so I watched it with my friend who told me to try competitive eating. And so it's kind of cool I just watched the rebroadcast, which I'd never seen before because I just don't watch, but
2012 was a Joey win for sure.
Joey win for sure. Yeah.
2012 was still when Pat Bertoletti was in though. Yeah. He was in for a few years.
Yeah. He was at Ruby's after.
I kept wanting him to just like underdog victory.
Yeah.
The first couple years in, and like literally knew no one. Like, I don't know. I don't know how often it happens back then, but I feel like nowadays when someone joins the contest, it's because they had watched other contests and were a fan of competitive eating. And I wasn't like I thought it was really weird when I was in.
Yeah.
I did it on a bet, like go try to see how you would do at this, where you want to know if you could win it. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I'm curious too. But I never watched competitive eating, so I don't know if I'm the only person who's ever gotten there and not known who anyone was. So I'm like introducing myself to people, and in the back of my mind, I'm like, I feel like I should know who these people are. And I feel like it was rude of me to not at least
not know who they were. Yeah.
I know who they are.
Yeah.
Because like, am I the only person who doesn't know who Joey Chestnut is at this point? Maybe. It was weird though.
That's funny. I knew who Joey and Mickey were, but then like Crazy Legs, because I got into it knowing Crazy Legs. I met him and what he did, and then I was like, I want to try that. So he was like super good about giving me the intel, and he was like, "Oh, this is this person. Let's follow all these people."
Crazy Legs is like the official historian of MLE.
Yeah. He was at Ruby's today with Pat, actually.
Really?
Yeah. I had never met Pat before, but he's a very nice fellow.
He is. So he's one of my favorites, like in that first year, because like I said, I knew no one. and he and I bonded over like a mutual love for Jack Handy and for like weird stuff like that. So I felt like I had someone to talk to. You know, you go on like the eater's bus and stuff.
Right.
But I rooted for him for the next couple of years when he was in. I was like, I just want him to beat Joey. And then I rooted for Matt. I like the underdog victory thing.
Yeah.
But each year that I rooted for Matt, I like, because he was really close there for a few years, I would kind of at the last second go, oh, but then I would feel so bad for Joey if he didn't win.
Right.
Let's go Joey too.
Right. We know all these people, so it's like you don't want to. It's not like a team versus a team that you really, really hate. It's people that you know, and you just want to see everyone do like really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which donut contest was that, Sean? Just a local one in Chicago? Was that years after Pat retired? Mm-hmm. Funny. Yeah, Pat's a good guy. Mm-hmm. I miss Tim Brown. I miss going to Chicago for Rib Fest because it was like the one time a year that I could see both of them and like hang out with my buddies. But when contests get canceled, it's hard to find a reason to go across the country or like the time or things like that.
Yeah, random places. Right, like.
Oh yeah, after Pat was retired. Okay, so have you ever been to the Buffalo Wing Eating Contest?
I haven't. No.
That one's pretty cool. Buffalo's not too. Was it like a 4-hour hike from you?
Yeah, about 4 hours. Yeah.
That's not too bad because you have a vehicle.
Yep.
Mickey said it might be on this year. What's up?
It might be. Huh.
I'm getting sick of these hot dogs, man.
What's your goal?
I don't know. Sit here until I got bored of sitting here. Pretty much. I'm 18 in. Yeah, Sean used to go to Rib Fest all the time too. It sucks. Like that was a fun time hanging out with everyone there. Go chill outside, talk going to bed. It was a good time.
You did Crawfish a couple years ago, didn't you? In Pensacola, where I lived for a good 13 years. At the Florida.
You still have family there?
Hmm?
You still have family there?
No, I never had family there. I just had friends. Hmm. I moved there for college and then stayed a total of 13 years. So.
Whoa.
Yeah. I know if they were going to do it again, Crazy Legs and I were going to go out, but too bad for COVID.
Hopefully next year, because that was fun.
Did you have, because Crawfish, like I live in the South long enough that I go to Crawfish Boils, but like it's a lot of work to get a tiny bit of food. Did you eat crawfish before that? Did you have to like strategize, or did you just go in there like, because it's not easy to eat?
There was a lot of attempts to strategize despite the fact that I lived in Arizona.
Yeah.
Because the only crawfish you can find in Arizona, besides like random times a year when like a New Orleans themed restaurant might have crawfish, the only real place of practice is Chinese buffets that have crawfish. And those are like overboiled and like they're soft and they just basically, you can't work with them. They just crush. I don't know.
Yeah.
So we went out there for the oyster contest in New Orleans, and crawfish was the day before the oyster contest.
Uh-huh.
But we were staying in New Orleans, so we got there a couple days early and found this place that had basically pounds of crawfish for however much money. So we waited for them to open. We asked if they had crawfish that day, to which they said yes, but not for a few hours. And then we asked the cook if, when the food came out, if he would show us how to eat crawfish right, because we were trying to work on efficiency.
Yeah.
And he goes, well, Yeah, that's no problem. Actually, I'm about to open a bunch of crawfish right now for our crawfish mac and cheese. If you guys want me to show you right now. So we got to help him open like 2 gigantic buckets, like 5-pound, 10-pound buckets, 10-pound buckets of crawfish for his crawfish mac and cheese. So he was thrilled that he didn't have to do it all.
Oh.
But it was bad because it was literally the day before. And opening it, their stupid sharp little faces
Yeah.
hit my hand here and
Oh.
cut it all up. So then during the actual contest, I'm like jamming my bruised, cut up hands into sharp crawfish faces. And I'm like, man, I wish I gave it a day to heal because this hurts a lot right now.
Oh my God. That is,
It did help.
that's incredible dedication because I've probably been to about 10 crawfish boils in my life. And I usually just eat like the corn and the potatoes and like the asparagus and whatever, and the sausage, because I'm like, this is too much work.
Yeah, I mean, we figured out how to get most of the meat out. The problem is doing it fast. And Adrian Morgan, being from that area,
Yeah.
or an area that has it anyway, is a lot faster than we are.
He eats the ring from the tail.
Oh yeah, that's probably true.
He does.
Yeah, he eats part of the shell.
Oh.
One of the first crawfish contest I was ever in was terribly done. It wasn't the same location, but the judging would have worked had people not been shady, I guess. But they didn't tell us ahead of time specifically how to enforce like the rules of like cleanliness. So some people would eat the crawfish and toss the shells, but everything had to be weighed ahead of time and afterwards. So if there are shells between you and some other person, the judges might just split it, even if they were all yours or all theirs or whatever. So anyway, some people ended up with negative totals in the weight that they ate because they had other people's shells put back in their bin.
Oh.
Anyway, I had no idea what I was doing for that one. I learned how to open a crawfish, my first time ever eating crawfish, basically, 10 minutes before that contest started. Because it was at a crawfish boil. So I walked around and found someone to show me at their booth how to open crawfish. And that was the only experience I had ever had with it. And so during the contest, like, it helped a little bit, but like I still was unfamiliar with it. So towards the end, I started to get really frustrated because they're only usually like 5 or 8 minute contests. And you are not full, but you've been starving yourself all day.
Yeah.
So it's very frustrating to still be starving at the end of a contest. And I just started, like, in the last couple seconds, I just shoved like 3 whole crawfish in my mouth. And I'm going to do the skeletons of these crawfish and just figure out how to swallow them because I didn't feel like I had eliminated any weight.
Oh my God.
But I'm like, maybe 3 crawfish weigh enough to get me a different place. Yeah, it was rough.
That's so crazy. Oh, with like the shell in it. Oh my God. That's so impressive.
Yeah, it was rough. Oh, Sean is reminiscing about Ribfest when we had vegan protesters. One through, like, they weren't like singular ribs, but they were like 3 or 4 ribs sections, I guess. But anyway, or were they? Or did we just rip them apart by hand? I don't remember. But Juan got mad at a protester for being in his face and threw a chunk of ribs at him. I still think he should have had to go back and put it back in his tray because, one, we are weighing things here. I'm just kidding. No, it was a very weird year. Like, everyone tried to keep eating despite people being in their face. Who was it? Was it Crazy Legs that pushed someone off the stage? That doesn't sound like Crazy Legs, but maybe it was. I don't remember. But they were like literally in way too close.
They were there one of the years you were there, right?
The last few years they had it. Oh, they put it in Sean's tray. That sucks. Yeah, so it was crazy because one year, Sam Barkley, being the gentleman that he is, says, I understand there are protesters in the crowd. If you would like, we will give you time and space right now to say what it is you want to communicate.
That's
and they're like,
him.
give us the mic. And he's like, well, I'm going to give you the mic, but everyone can hear you, so you can just communicate what you want to. They froze because they had no idea what actual message they had besides meat is evil, you're all evil, and we're good people, and you're monsters. Like, they had no message that they actually wanted to get across to people and like, change hearts and minds. They just wanted to be self-masturbatory, like, show-offs. So it was like the most ridiculous thing. And so then one guy starts a chant or something. So they have like literally little scripts on pieces of paper that they're like trying to chant with him, reading this little pre-scripted whatever. It's like, do you really not have like a little elevator speech about the benefits of veganism? Because it seems like if you're going to come out and protest, you should at least have a little elevator speech.
Yeah, organize yourselves, man.
Like if I was literally doing anything for any cause, I'd be able to tell you the main points of it, like the drop of a hat. It's crazy to me. But legitimately, it was just like a bunch of self-masturbatory, we want attention, look how great we are. Because then, like, they end up getting people to chant meat. Like no one at Ribfest was chanting meat, meat, meat until after you showed up. So you just made these people double down on their meat eating. Like, you didn't get through to any of them. But then they're like, we did such a great job, oh, we're heroes. And we're like,
But they're chanting meat.
You made us eat more meat to spite you. I don't know. I'm like, why don't you come out to the kale contest and tell people, like, hey, I noticed you like vegetables too. So do I. Let's talk about potentially, eating more vegetables.
Yeah.
You're common grounded. You're not just going, you're evil and they're like a street preacher yelling at people outside of bars about their sins. Like, not effective, bros.
Not effective. Not effective. Okay, I gotta get ready for the after party.
Oh yeah, what time is that? Like in an hour from 2 hours from now?
3, but I got about an hour ride or something out there, so start getting ready for that.
Oh yeah, Gideon put a rib in someone's mouth. That was really funny. Okay, thanks so much for hanging out.
Are you raising money for your water charity? Is there somewhere I can go?
Yeah. So I'm gonna eat at least these 2 more hot dogs. We'll see how long I can handle sitting by myself, making conversation with myself, and I guess I have Sean here. Dog barked when I said meat. Yeah, meat, dog, meat. So I'll at least get to these 20, and I don't know if I want to sit here for another hour and eat 10 more hot dogs. But say hi to everyone at the after party.
Okay.
Say you like my love.
So you are doing your water charity? Is that what you're?
Yeah. So I'm donating $5 for every hot dog I eat right now, which is why I'm going to try to keep going before I help to donate more. I'm also going to point out that you are raising money for a food bank. So if you have a link to that, I can throw it in this chat right now.
Okay.
Or you can type it in the chat if you're able to.
Oh, is there a chat?
Yeah.
I'll message it to you.
Okay, perfect. And then
yours. I'm going to donate a few bucks per hot dog you eat. So.
Oh, awesome! Then I'll eat one extra hot. I'll eat at least 21.
Eat extra. Okay.
All right. Good job today.
Happy 4th, Michelle.
Happy 4th of July.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. So that concludes the Fun with Friends portion of the evening, and we're 18 and a half hot dogs deep into random hot dog eating. Might have to get Brian to come in and compete against me for a plate.
I've already eaten 5.
You can eat 5 more. All right. We have 6 people in the stream. Talk to me. Keep me going. I need moral support. These are so garlicky. They're delicious. 17 hot dogs ago. Not Sprite. Greg, how's it going? You know what, Sean? I've done nothing lately. That's the problem.
What?
What was the last contest I was in?
I mean, besides the Bet Online MLA.
Mm-hmm. Was that April?
Yeah, probably. April, May, or something like that.
So in April, I got to be part of the Bet Online Quarantine Challenge. That was a last minute thing too. I think originally someone else was supposed to be in it, but they weren't able to. So I had like no time to prepare. Pretty much I found out and then I had to go buy food that same day and prepare to eat it. So I didn't even train for those. So really the last time I've practiced for anything was, what was the last one? Toronto? Maybe October of last year. Toronto poutine.
For a challenge, yeah, but in November you did the Big Texan and other food challenges. Still last year.
Was that November? That was on the way back from Atlanta, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was in November. Or December? It is December.
It was right after the. It was right after the barbecue sandwich one. Was that the last contest I was in?
I guess that was the last contest. The barbecue.
I thought
sandwich
Toronto was after that. No. Okay, so I guess like December we had Sean poutine in Toronto. We had a brisket sandwich eating contest in Austin.
Yeah.
No, was it?
Yeah, Austin.
Austin, Texas. God, it feels like forever ago.
For the Austin Grand Prix or whatever it was.
And that was November.
Pretty sure it was November, yeah.
So November was the last time I did any kind of prep or any kind of actual contest where I ate an okay quantity of food. And now here we are over half a year later. Thanks, quarantine. You know what, Sean? Joey did. I think Joey flew out right after that announcement so that he didn't miss it. But
Matt was doing a hot dog practice.
Yeah, they were low budget this year. They didn't have the same finances, obviously, because everyone's hurting, and everything's much lower scale. So I don't think that they were in the position to put up every year. But since Joey won, and since Joey is the ESPN Nathan's Hot Dog Show, they had to make sure he was there. Bums me out for Stoney. Stoney was practicing up until the day his flight was canceled, which sucks. I at least didn't put any training into it. So
he was posting a practice when they announced California was on the quarantine list.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was hot dog water. You know, Chicago dogs are all well and good, but Nathan's hot dogs, pretty good quality. They're delicious, but they're delicious because they have a really intense flavor, very garlicky, lots of juices that pop when you eat them, which is also why they're disgusting after about 30 of them. I guess 20 of them. After 18 of them. Yeah, I don't know what the nugget one is. There are a lot of contests that didn't come back this year. Oh man, the Oreo thing? Never seen Joe eat cleanly in my life. Up until the day I went head to head with him in the Oreos. It's the only time he's ever eaten cleanly in his life. So honestly, I expected a little debris on both sides. And since you can't see what the other person's doing, there's just no way to know. Although I did feel okay about my performance considering I literally did not train at all. I expected Oreos to react in a certain way as I was trying to eat them. Where are you going?
To get mustard.
Oh, okay. But yeah, they did not do what I thought they were going to do after being exposed to milk. You know what? I don't feel like I got screwed just because I was so messy and he was so clean. He deserved it. It's fine. Yeah, payouts were different. Everything was different. They just had no money. You gonna eat some hot dogs with me?
If you want me to.
Jump in. Is that your chunk of hot dog? Did you put that there?
Yes, I did.
Monster.
Very messy.
My buns are getting really dry. I'm just not used to it. My water's cold now.
Oh, and hot dogs are all cold too.
Mm-hmm. Cold and greasy.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot which one I was drinking. Oh, man. I've never eaten hot dogs this slowly before. This is a challenge. I don't know how people do it.
How the rest of the world eats hot dogs.
Slowly and in large quantities. Okay.
Yeah, you've been going for an hour and 40 minutes.
I've been eating hot dogs for an hour and 40 minutes. And I ate less so far than I've ever eaten in 10 minutes on the 4th of July. Ever.
Even that year you got the hiccups? Really?
Mm-hmm.
You ate more than 20?
Mm-hmm. I've never eaten less than 20 and a half hot dogs in 10 minutes. Until right now. All right. What foods can you not eat once they get cold? That's my question. Brian, open to you. Audience, open to you.
Ice cream?
You can't eat ice cream once it gets too cold?
I don't think there's any food I can't eat once it gets too cold.
Oh. I know, right? This is my 20th hot dog right here. I'm just doing this to casually eat. I thought it was going to be a lot easier than this, but it's much harder to eat casually than quickly. That's true. Wings are... I keep forgetting to click these. Wings are
For competition,
not as good cold.
it just depends on some of the food because it's more of a flavor thing. Like if I'm going to eat cold wings, I'm prepared to eat cold wings, just like pizza. I love fresh hot pizza. I love pizza the day after it's been sitting out.
But chicken in general, once it gets cold, like the next day out of the fridge, is a lot harder.
Yeah.
And when it's wings, there's less meat, so it's kind of just like eating like really hard, gross. I get you on wings. Wings, I agree. Favorite hot dog topping or style? Well, we live in Arizona, so Sonoran dogs are delicious. That has what are all the things on it? Mustard, mayonnaise, beans, jalapenos,
Tomatoes, onion.
bacon wrapped, of course, before all that. Tomato,
Tomatoes.
onion, some kind of yellow green chili type of thing. That's really good. Sonora dogs are delicious. I don't know. If it's a regular New York hot dog, I guess brown mustard and like those onions that they have at Nathan's. And then I don't know. I like the Chicago dogs too. If I'm in Chicago, I would have the Chicago dog style because that's the way to do it. But if I'm not in Chicago, I'm not going to get a Chicago style hot dog anywhere else. I don't live in Sonora, but I'll still eat Sonora dogs. So there is a
True.
means words. Oh man. Wait, 2 years ago? Where was the Indian taco contest 2 years ago?
There's like so many taco contests during the year. Was that one in Minneapolis, that one? Or was it a California one?
Mm.
Minnesota, yeah.
Indian tacos, and it was at a different place, so I know that the styles are different sometimes depending on who makes them, but Indian tacos at the heck was it called? Foodapalooza was the first time I ever beat Sonia Thomas. I still lost to
Is that-
Tim Janis.
It was the first time another female competitive eater had ever beaten Sonia Thomas.
I still lost to Eater X, but I got second to him. I might call it at 21. I went through my 2 sodas. I don't know how many more
I agree.
cold hot dogs I can eat.
I had said your soda earlier.
Did you eat those 2?
I had 5.
Yeah, but you ate 2 from there? Or I ate one of those?
Yeah, I had 2.
Okay. That's hard. I don't know about that. They're really cold. It's kind of like if you got a jar of bacon grease and you put it in the fridge and then you just decided to start eating it by the spoonful. That's what each bite tastes like right now. I mean, it's accurate. Is this mine?
Yes. Why do you keep asking that?
Because I stopped paying attention to what I was doing.
Everything on the table is yours. I had 2 hot dogs. Everything else besides that is yours.
I just don't remember if I took this. I don't know. Ow. Something hard in that one.
Chip it too.
I'm at
20.
after this is gonna be 20 hot dogs. I'm casually eating hot dogs pretty much for the first time ever.
Or at least the last like 11 years.
I've been eating for an hour and 45 minutes. I'm 20 hot dogs deep, which is the least amount I've ever eaten in 10 minutes in the contest itself. It's much harder to eat 20 hot dogs over the course of an hour and 45 minutes because they get really cold. Oh, it's so gross. So I might just end at 21, which is the first amount of hot dogs I've ever eaten. About 21 and a half. My first ever qualifier. We have no fireworks in Arizona, I don't think, anyway. This year, at least, because the state is burning. Also, COVID. We're number one in COVID right now, which is why I'm not in New York. And there were 2 giant wildfires. So it's probably irresponsible on both counts to have fireworks. Oh, these are gross. I might just end at 20. I'm going to call it a day.
Just donate $10 for every dog.
Oh, gross. Okay. So, 5 per plate. 4 plates down. I'm going to call it at 20. That was rough, man. You ever try to eat cold hot dogs? That's why you don't eat cold dogs. Ooh. That was gross towards the end. Like I said, it's like scooping bacon grease out of a jar from your fridge. Nasty. Really delicious at first. Really gross for all the reasons it's delicious toward the end. All right. I've kept you guys busy for an hour and 46 minutes. I'm sure you're sick of me, but if you want to, oh man.
You got the link on there?
If you want to join me, oh yeah, I need my phone. Would you? I'm going to donate to. Oh, I'm still sneezing. Hot dog sneezes. I'm going to try to find Julie's link to her food bank fundraiser. Oh man.
Julie donated her entire prize money from today, plus
I don't get to her page.
plus money, right?
Yeah, so Jules, who was on here earlier, donated all of her prize purse and also donated money per hot dog she ate today to a food bank. And so I'm going to try to link to that in case anyone wants to. Jesus, man, that hurts so bad. Oh my God. All right, let's copy this link. How do I get to YouTube? There we go. Here is.
Michelle's wrapping up right now. Start packing up some more.
Here's the link to Julie's.
Oh, sure, there might be taken. They look like they're cleaning a lot.
Did that go? Can you guys see that link that I just posted? Or does that not work? I don't know if that works. Thank you. Let me know if you end up getting that. That's a link to Julie's fundraiser for the food bank. I can't stop sneezing. Oy vey. I'm also raising money for charity water. I'm going to donate $5 per hot dog I just ate. That's $100 since I only ate 20. Because these seriously got gross. Not even that full. I just can't lick any more grease off of a cold deep fryer. Because that's what I feel like I'm doing. Oh yeah, I might have to refresh it. So you guys can't see it. Let's oh, you know why? Because I didn't actually. What the heck? Bruh. All right, let's do this a different way. There we go. Okay, so that's a link to her fundraiser for City Harvest, which is a food bank near her. She donated, like I said, all of her prize money today. All of, and then an additional, I don't remember what, $5 or $10 per hot dog she ate. So I'll probably throw some in there for her. Also donating $100 to Charity Water today. The link is in the description for here, but I might as well just go ahead and do that too, right? Let's see. Oh, huge props to Jules, Jimmy, and Justin. Wait, Dustin. Yeah, Dustin Eiler. Jules, Jimmy, and Dustin for donating already to my Charity Water campaign. I'll be joining you soon with a donation. Maybe we'll do some more videos and get off my butt and film more. But thank you all for hanging out today. Happy 4th of July. Happy Independence Day, America. And I think that's it. See you guys next time. Thanks again. Yeah, thanks for coming in, Fluffhead.